winter, fall and winter, but I'll talk to you guys about that. So I wanted to make this concise. As you know, we want to make this concise. You know, get to our points, and then also begin concise. As you know, we want to make this concise. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we want to make this concise. Don't want to hang on too long. We're gonna go through. This is part 2 of Black Love. Does the black love exist between the black woman and the man? And last week we got a perspective from the men. Now this week we want to hear from the woman, because a lot of times people are like, well, you know, be the woman. You know what I mean? Be a woman. Be a woman. Like, we just label, be a woman. And we want to know, like, what does that mean? We want to break that down. We want to talk about that, because I think that's just, we tend to generalize, and it's easy to generalize because it helps us to make sense in our minds. But if you begin to break it all down of, you know, what you mean by that and actually be more specific, then I think that it'd be a lot clearer when you communicate to that woman, and, you know, and she communicates to you exactly what her needs are. The reason why if you have a beard, and we're gonna get to this, let me just answer this question, because I want to really talk about this, like, because if your beard grows different because your face is not symmetrical. Everyone's face is not symmetrical. So if your face is not symmetrical, your beard is not going to be symmetrical.
It applies to the whole side of your body.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Your whole body's not symmetrical. Yeah, absolutely. So one arm may be shorter than the other. All right, so let me put this link in. If you guys want to participate on the panel here, I'm about to put it in right now in the chat. You can join in on YouTube at Black Men's Beard, and Black Men's Beard. Men's is plural, beard. Go to YouTube, and you can chime in. So with that said, let's get right into it. Now let me ask you this, Adrian. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been told be a woman? Mm-hmm. And when somebody says that to you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Now or that?
At that time, like
at that time when I was being told be a woman, I was like, well, be a man.
Okay. All right. What about right now?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
What that means.
What it means. Be a woman. What does that mean?
Right.
There's so many different. You know, you could be a stay-at-home mom and you're a woman. Mm-hmm. You can work 3 jobs and be a woman. What does that mean to say be a woman? Got it.
So I want to hear from you. I really wanted to hear. You know, I got Adrian. She's representing for the black women out here and women in general, and I wanted to hear more from other women, because at the same time I think we always got to get the point of view from women so we can get an understanding, because there's going to be different. Everyone's going to have a different perspective. I was talking to a friend of mine, and you know, she was sharing that, you know, she said, well, if you know, being a man, if somebody says, hey, be a man, you know, she's saying be a man, then, you know, she may be referring to, you know, be more affectionate. Mm-hmm. Well, is that being a man because you're affectionate, or you just say be affectionate?
Be more. Show me some more affection.
Show me some more affection.
Be more affection. Be more touchy-feely. Be more, you know.
Right.
Be more into me.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't justify for
being a man.
Make you any more of a man than what you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Just be into me more.
Right. So as far as a woman now, and fellas, chime in, because again, I need to hear your perspective. Some people, they're married. Some of us are single. Okay, great. We got Miles back. Miles, brave Miles. We got Miles. Ladies, if you are here, you know, what is your perspective, or how do you feel when someone says, or a man says, be a woman? What does that communicate to you? You know, I can hear Miles. I can hear you, but I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Okay.
All right.
I can hear you. All right. So I'm gonna put you on mute until you figure out the video portion. Okay.
All right.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why your video's not on.
Sorry, I lied. I'm not driving. My fiance is driving.
Okay. So we got Miles on here. That's a good name, like Miles Davis. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. So I would like to hear a little bit from women as far as what that means, and maybe we can get some clarity on our end as far as men. So, ladies, you guys have the floor at this particular time. You see? Crickets.
Come on, ladies. Don't leave me out here by myself.
By herself.
Please,
come on.
Don't leave me out here.
By herself. By herself.
By myself.
Let me ask you this question. Have you, has there ever been a time where a guy, right, he's like, be a woman, and has he ever like shared with you, outside of him saying that, has he ever shared with you like, hey, I would like to see this a little bit more, or I would like to see that a little bit more? Like, has he shared with you like some things that he would want?
I was in a situation where my ex would more like be like, you need to grow up and be a woman, like, and he was speaking, you need to be more like my mother. So I'm not a woman because I don't have this cookie cutter life that your mother had.
Right.
So that makes me less of a woman.
Right.
So he was saying that in reference to, I need to be more like his mother. You need to be a woman. I'm not a woman because I'm not like your mother. Right.
Wow. And you say that because I had to apologize to my son's mom, and because I had at a very young, at that particular time I was very young, and I hadn't matured, and I said, and I had the expectation that she would be similar to my mom because that's what I knew, and I had to apologize because that's so unfair. She's her own person. So I had to identify, at that particular, well, not at that particular time, but now that I'm more mature. Now I have a well-developed perspective now when it comes to that. But I also did that, and that caused a lot of friction between her and I.
I did it too.
Yeah, and that's probably why one of the reasons why we got together.
I did it too.
Right. So
I'm
guilty. So I had that assumption, and we would like bump heads because I wanted her to be like the woman that raised me. I tell my husband all the time, I'm lady, meaning when he is in my presence, I don't drive, open doors, pump gas, etc. So we have Butterfly 79. Butterfly 79 says, I tell my husband all the time, I'm a lady, meaning when he is in my presence, I don't drive, open doors, pump gas, etc. So that's chivalry. So you have a, what's funny? I would go on dates, and I would do the same thing. Like, I would open the door for the woman, and she'd be like, you opening the door? Because that concept of being that type of person does not exist. Matter of fact, they might wait for you to open up the door. Like, they looking at you, you looking at them. You're right. So I think that for every relationship, it's not a mild. And if you need to say something, press a 1 because you're on mute right now, and I can't unmute you. So you gotta do that for me. So I think in relationships, it's on a relationship by relationship basis. It's not generalized. Like, I know I read stuff that's in, stuff that comes down my feed, and there's a lot of generalization. Oh, matter of fact, we're gonna get to you. That's my Aunt Michelle right there. Say hello to my Aunt Michelle. She's chiming in. There was a lot of things that come through the feed, and sometimes we take things that come through our feed, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media, and I see people will comment like, yeah, they chant support, but it's like everyone has a different situation, and what everyone's expectation is different. So you can't post something and I'm in agreement with you, and I don't know your situation, but because I may feel that way, right? I feel that way. That doesn't necessarily mean that I should be like, well, Adrian's relationship is similar to my relationship, and when she has something, I take that, and it's like, that has some type of influence on me and how I treat my significant other. So Michelle Johnson said, I believe the statement is in the context to the relationship or the situation. So, yes, it's really that this all depends on that relationship between you and your significant other. Also, let me put this in here. If you guys want to jump in and chime in on this too, anyone, I'm about to put a link back in here. If you guys want to chime in, here's a link. Boom, there you go. And then I have Hamad says, yes, black love does exist. The problem with black love, we stopped listening to each other. That is both women and men who spend our entire lives going to various schools. And then Dizzy Day said, I know a lot of people assume it's dead or it doesn't see black couples anymore. Far from the truth. And I agree. Michelle Johnson said, exactly. Expectations can mess up, especially if they are unspoken. So you have to have, when you're in a relationship, there has to be an expectation. There has to be a conversation of, let's have an expectation. But this comes down, now we're in an age where I can be sitting next to you, you can be sitting next to me, and we text each other.
No.
But that's the.
I mean, it is.
That's where we are.
I'm more of a hands-on type of person. I want, if say you and I were dating,
right,
like, and we're sitting here, you're just sitting at home. This is
right.
I need this. Like, babe, come sit down. Like,
right. But some people's in relationships and they're like this. You got the phone. Hey, can you boom, 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 and you're like in
the next room. Like,
yeah, like
really?
I'm right there. And I think that with these tools that we have, we allow them to control us, and versus we controlling them. Mm-hmm. So that has another. That kind of help. That kind of breaks down the relationship, because again, going back to what Michelle said, we don't talk and communicate our expectations. So if a woman says, "Hey, this is what I expect," and the guy says, "This is what I expect," then you can come together and say, "Okay, do I expect this because my dad treated me this way, or my mom treated me this way?" Maybe he's not like your dad. She's not like your mom. So you gotta kind of start new and with a blank slate and say, "Hey, this is who this person is," and I think that we have false expectations of each other, and that kind of ruins everything. So let's go to the message. So the real Mike Chandler says, most females, all they want is to be held and shown attention, and I'm not that affectionate, but I know to keep my fiance happy, I have to break out of my shell. And you're right. I mean, I'm glad that you shared that, because it is the case where it's not that I don't love you, or I don't like you, I don't want to be with you, or I don't want to make what we have work. I have some issues within myself I have to overcome. Mm-hmm. It's just me in my development. And again, that's when you sit down, you talk through that process, and you say, hey, you know what? I'm trying, I'm uncomfortable. But understand, I'm trying. So it's going to take some process for me, and after a while, it's like riding a bike. It's going to be easy. You're gonna fall. You're gonna bust your knee. You're gonna hit your elbow, mm-hmm, and everything. Yeah. So Dub says, in most cases, that sort of treatment is dying out due to how we are raised. Women are raised to be independent. Men are now raised to let women lead their own lives, even in marriages. Most people don't.
He's true. That's true.
That's
because
true.
In my marriage, it was like the least amount of affection shown, and we were just like two people. And I remember we were at dinner one night, mm-hmm, with some friends, and one of the friends was like, "I've never seen a couple that has been together as long as you guys have sit across from each other at a dinner table and not speak to each other."
Wow. Now, was it like already?
No.
Everything was good.
I didn't get divorced until years.
But at that time, everything was good.
Everything was good.
It was just, that was how you
That's
and him.
how we were. Like, no, like, and I'm an affectionate type of person. I love to give affection and I love to receive it. Right. And he was not that type.
So,
and I also think like it was a cultural thing also.
Gotcha.
That played a big part. It was a cultural thing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Share the income. Everyone has their own money and agenda. Plus, other races have entered our domain. We can end black love. We flirt through text, but we are growing beyond the same. Yeah, we do flirt through text. We do. We talk through text messaging, and I think that it's a great tool. And I know that's where we are, but at some point, me and my dad, we joked about this. At some point, everyone's going to would no longer know how to speak a language. Language, as far as speaking, would be null and void.
I notice that a lot because I am single. You know, when I do meet someone and talk to them, it's like they'd rather text. I want to have a phone conversation.
Right.
I don't like, can I call you or can you call me? I don't want to sit and text all night long or text all day. Like, can we speak at some point?
Right.
Like, what kind of relationship, if we do have one, if we're trying to establish one, we're going to sit across from each other and text each other and be right near each other, a foot away and text.
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I can't. I just never. I never was. I don't have that ability.
That's kind of like a deal breaker for me.
Yeah,
like if you sit and text all day long, I'd rather
it will break.
bothered.
It will break. It will break. We meet a stumbling block when we fail to teach. So Upstate 315 says we meet a stumbling block when we fail to teach or show love. Is an action, not just a verbal statement. Yeah, absolutely. I think, you gotta show love. You gotta have action. There's the word is that's part of. I think this is a whole piece. It's like you gotta show action. You have to be able to speak because me hearing your voice, then I'm able to hear your voice and kind of align it with your action. So I think those two go together, and it has to be some type of balance, with that. Because if I'm just doing stuff, and you're supposed to interpret that as love. I mean, you may not interpret that all the time if you don't understand that person's not saying, hey, this is how I feel about you, this is how I feel about the situation, and so forth.
You're just telling me that you love me or, you care about me. Like, that's just telling me.
Yeah.
What are you showing me?
Right.
You have to show me. Like, I'm going to get it if you show me. Yeah, the words are great, but at the end of the day, that's just, you said it. Are you saying that to just appease me? Like, are we in what's the situation? Am I fussing? What is it? Are you just saying, oh, baby, I'm into you, I love you because you need to shut up? Show me that.
Wow. Dizzy Day said, what? Sorry, I'm over here. I forgot about Miles over here, man. My fault. Miles, I'm over here reading I'm caught up in the live chat. Press 1 if you want to enter. Unmute. All you gotta do is unmute Miles on your end anytime you want to chime in. But Dizzy Day said, what was that quote Rosie Perez had in Do the Right Thing? When I say I'm thirsty, that doesn't mean you get me a drink of water.
I don't think that was Do the Right Thing.
I don't know. I can't remember, but
that was the best. That was
man's first mistake is assuming he can fix a woman's problem. Woo-wee. Yeah, you can't fix nobody. They gotta fix themselves. You can never fix a person. You can't fix, because that's just more control. Okay, so we got Mr. Bachelor said, question for the ladies. Mr. Bachelor has a question, ladies.
Right man can't jump.
Do you want the complete package, or is there room for improvement? I mean, I guess I'm assuming, you got the money, you got the house, you got the car, you got the affection, you got, stability, of course. I mean, that would all fall into house, car. You got, some type of career, that falls into that complete package, I would assume. Yeah. What do you, lady, because no lady.
I just feel, no, I don't want the complete package.
Okay.
There's no, what is the complete package?
That's a good question.
What's the complete package? Let's be perfect imperfections and work on each other and grow together. No, I don't want the complete package if there is a complete package.
Got it. All right, so we need to be more, D says we need to be more in tune with the mental and spiritual side of our nature to improve our collective beings. Excuse me. All right, so D said we need to be more in tune with our mental and spiritual sides of our nature to improve our collective being. So be unified with oneself, and then we can be unified together. I'm assuming that's what you mean by that as well. He says anything not growing yet. Butterfly 79 said anything not growing is dead. That's the truth. Dubs. Black Mother God _is_O_ so good says black mothers show their daughters how to be women that can cater to their man and be the backbone. I agree with D. We have to get into that spiritual and mental. It's absolutely, it's all spiritual and mentally, because over time our physically we're going to, I mean, let's just keep it real. We're not going to be like that 18-year-old physically. That's just not the case, you know. But mentally and spiritually, we actually get a lot stronger. So it's actually the opposite that happens. Upstate says social media is used to do a good job in conveying a number of things to the masses, but it has changed our ability to speak or interact. That's the thing about social media, because you don't get an opportunity to truly explain, and then it doesn't give the opportunity for the other person to ask questions, to get clarity. So now I gotta just take what you're saying, but I need clarity. And then when you're texting and I can't hear your tone, there's a lot of things that I just can't hear. That I need to hear your tone, how you said it.
Right.
Like that stuff matters.
I've gotten a lot of just little rumbles over text messaging. I'm like, that's not what I meant.
Right.
But okay.
But then now you're arguing about what you did not. It's kind of like you just start going into these rooms and you get away from the core situation of what you guys need to be talking about. What is natural and also spiritual. Well, I think that would be on a relationship by relationship basis, because I think that everyone has their own what's spiritual to them and what that would be on. I think that's on a relationship to relationship basis, because everyone's going to have a different experience with that. Go is so good.
God is so good. God is so good.
Oh, so good. Society does a good job at social engineering. That is true. Kendrick says, "Hey folks, I love the way you two are communicate with and physically, like the way you guys compromise issues. I've been calling people who close with, let them know, love to hear your voice." Thank you. Oh, you said thank you. He said to me, or he's talking to you? He's
talking to both of us.
Oh, okay.
The way you two
are okay, I'm sorry. I reading. Alonzo. So Dre Kim says, my wife and I hold hands all the time, even when I'm driving. Most of us didn't grow up with examples of love to model after. No, that's true. I know. I didn't get the balance. So that interfered with my relationships, because I didn't have that. And so it's things that I still have to work on even to this day, and really begin to go within myself and check. I have to check myself. Like I check myself all the time. Santana Cruz says, I disagree. The new black woman knows nothing about catering to a man. Social media has showed them they're able to get any man they want. So let's stop, because you got. This is why I say let's bookmark that and let's hold that. Santa Cruz said he disagreed that the new black woman knows nothing about catering to a man. Social media has showed them that they're able to get any man they want. Now we have to say, are we talking about a 22-year-old woman, a 24-year-old woman, a 50-year-old woman? Because everyone was born at a different time.
Who is the new black woman?
Who's the new black woman? Now
Am I the new black woman?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I think that right there, if you're talking to a 21, 22-year-old,
then that's the new black woman.
That's the new black woman. And so how she will communicate is, I'm going to text you. I'm not going to talk to you because I'm not comfortable talking to you. I haven't practiced that skill, or I have that confidence within myself and within our relationship to trust you enough to come to you and talk to you. So I think we have to really like talk about like there's different demographics, and depending on what time you were born in has a lot to do with it. And of course, if you did have that experience or you did not have that experience, to see two women, a man and a woman who showed you love and what that really means. So Dove said, here's the ultimate conclusion and how I see it. And we're gonna close with this, because I think I want to kind of get into really quick the winners. Here's the ultimate conclusion and how I see it. The man has to be able to do his end and on his end, and the woman has to be able to depend on her man. So they both should be dependent on each other. You can't become one if you're still trying to go solo.
I think it's just a two-way street. I think we both, like, if I'm in a relationship and I'm in a stable, monogamous relationship and I know that's my man, and because I'm the loyal type, I'm the relationship type, so that's my man, and you know that I'm your woman, I'm going to cater to you and I want you to cater to me back. I'm going to cook you dinner, but sometimes I work too. So understand that sometimes you may have to cook, or I'll drive sometimes. Let's do it together.
Right, reciprocity.
Yeah.
It's like, man, let me put it in this for the fellas and for the ladies. Listen, if I throw you an alley-oop and you dunk it, you come back down the court, you throw me an alley-oop, I'ma dunk it.
Yeah. We
on the same team, and we on a team because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to win. And the relationship is to be successful in our relationship and to develop in our relationship. So that way we can show the next generation, hey, this is the model and this is how we get down.
Yeah. And
that way, there's a lot of people out here in the world, a lot of women and men who are hurt, and we just need to show each other love. Basically, let's continue to show each other love. So let's end on that note, and let's get down to these winners. Let's see. All right, so this is going to be for the $100 semifinalists. All right. Hold up. You too fast, bro. You can't be that fast.
You need to keep up.
Hey. You know that guy?
No.
Oh, okay. He's over here. He's all in the video.
Dancing.
You know what I mean? Come to death row. All right, this is for the semifinalists. Semifinalists.
Okay, semifinalists.
Yeah.
Rochelle Blackburn. Rochelle
Blackburn, are you here? Hello, Bella. Hello, Bella. Please check out Hella Bella's Instagram, and check out her YouTube. She has some really unique information on there. I think that we all need to go on there and support her at Hella Bella Though, and that's HellaBellaTho. Hella Bella Though. And she says balance is the key to everything. So Rochelle, you got to be here, Rochelle. So please go follow her, support her. She has a lot of great information for men and women. We all can learn from her.
This is
Des Time 76.
Did you write this?
I did. Why you just gonna
Your
put me?
penmanship.
Why you gonna put me on a blast like that? I know I didn't develop. After third grade, I just didn't develop.
I'm gonna work with you on that. Okay.
I was text messaging in third grade.
It takes a village. You know that.
It does take a village. But at this time, we not writing no more. We text messaging. Dad's time. You're not here. All right, pick another one so we can get through this quick.
Got a lot going on in this box.
Yeah. Miles 919. Miles 919. That sounds like an award. We were giving out an award.
Right.
Miles 919 is here. You are a semi. Cool. I got you, Miles. You are a semifinalist for the $100. So at the end of this month, I'm gonna put you in the pool with all the other semifinalists. And then what we're going to do is pick the $100. If you do win at the end of the month, then you go on to win the grand prize, or you go on to be entered into the grand prize, and the grand prize is $1,000 at the end of the year.
Sounds good.
We're going to do that. We're going to talk. Hey, and Jigga all day.
Where are you?
Where are you, Jigga? If you do not contact Adrian by September 1st, you will lose your free facial. So,
and then it's on to the next one, Jigga.
And we're gonna give it to someone else. So Jigga all day, please. Okay, this is for the
Ghostwriter.
This is the Ghostwriter. Okay, this is going to be for the mystery prize, the Beard Care mystery prize for the winner.
Sincerely Barks.
Sincerely Barks. Are you here? Sincerely Barks. Sincerely Barks. Sincerely Barks. Oh, and everyone who won last week, your giveaways have been sent. Dub, your giveaway has been sent today. So you guys should receive it by the end of this week. Sincerely Barks. Please, I thought I saw him. Sincerely Barks. Sincerely Barks. Okay.
No.
We gotta move on. Sincerely Barks.
You need a ticket.
I mean, come on. You know, I'm just making it happen.
You have it.
Okay, we got
the real Mike
the
Chandler.
real Mike Chandler. I saw him. The real Mike Chandler. The real Mike Chandler. The real Mike. I'll take that beer kit. All right, real Mike Chandler. All right, we're gonna send that over to you. Listen, we thank you, everyone. We got next week. We do appreciate you guys. Again, please stand tuned next week where we're gonna talk about. I mean, we're gonna keep this going. I think we got something good going on here. Talk to me Tuesday. We will be talking about beards, facials, hair, all that jazz. So we have not left out beard care, facial care, but at the same time, if you're not getting your relationship right, then the last thing you worry about is your beard. Cause you trying to figure out how.
No, we're looking. Yeah, we're looking. Keep it right.
Yeah, you are.
Y'all want us to keep it right.
But you don't want him.
But
you don't want him to be too much into his beard, and he's not into you. Or he's taking better care of his beard than he's taking care of you.
No, that's a problem. But
that's
keep
a
it
problem.
Right.
Keep it right, but just
keep it right.
Keep your priorities straight.
Y'all want us right?
Keep your
right?
Yeah,
y'all want us right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Salute. Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
The real Mike wants to know, does he connect with you through the DMs?
Yeah, Mike. Just hit me. Hey, Mike. Hit me up, Mike. Hit me up on the DM.
I'm gonna.
Mike, hit me up on the DM. Or email me at blackmensbeard@gmail. Blackmensbeard@gmail. And then Miles. With Miles. Mike, hit me up on my DM. Okay. Yeah. DM me. All right. Thanks, Miles.
I'm gonna make you something because this is not
Get
You need a ticket for this.
I know. But I had a whole roll of tickets.
I think I found the tickets. What color are your tickets?
Red.
I think
they're like a big roll.
It's a big carnival ticket.
Yeah. It's like brand new.
Let me see if these.
Brand new.
If these are yours.
Brand new. Oh, salute. I forgot we're still on here. We out here. We still talking. All right, listen. If you guys have any questions about the beard, please ask right now because I will take a. Oh yeah, man. I got the cut. The market genius. Yeah. Oh, Miles, I got you. So Miles, you are a semifinalist. I was looking for a pin. You are a semifinalist. But yeah. The market genius got me right today. I was looking bummy. Okay. Yeah, that was mine right there.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Is your penmanship gonna be any better?
My penmanship hasn't gotten better since the 3rd grade. I keep telling you. I was texting in 3rd grade. You know what I mean? I was texting. That's what happens when you just text. You just forget how to. I don't even think I can write it. Only thing I can write in cursive right now is my name.
Dub needs love.
Dub, you need.
I hope you find it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, we're gonna send you a lot of love, Dub. You know what I mean? It's gonna be, in your beer kit that you won last week, or you won the $100, but we're gonna send you your beer stuff. So, found out that lots of water have chlorine. Is it regulated through EPA? Found out it's regulated through. Oh, it's regulated through EPA. Okay. Did you change the fragrance of the Mr. in the summer kit? Yes. The Mr. Summer is a lemongrass. It's a lemongrass and a lemon. So yes. But the Mr. regular one is still the same. Need one of those green Simply Wholesome shirts. Hey man, Miles 919. Oh, go online. Go to simplywholesome.com. Simplywholesome.com. Simply Wholesome. Some areas have greater content. Some areas have greater
I
content.
think he's talking about like the chlorine.
Oh yeah, okay, got you. Okay, she doesn't love it. Oh, she doesn't love it. Thought so. Oh yeah, well the lemongrass. Well, you can find the lemongrass. You can get the other one, the other fragrance, the other Mr. that has the same. It has the same fragrance. The only thing about that Mr. It has the sea salt in it. The summer Mr. is just a straight moisturizer with no sea salt at all. Okay, I sounded like right here.
See how thin the walls are.
Yeah. She's gonna deal with. I'm gonna grow a beard. She's gonna deal with.
I need to get a kit for you.
Okay.
For my beard.
No, what? What did you say? Okay. Any questions regarding skincare? We have the skincare specialist here. Any questions regarding beards? We can answer all those questions right now. We was about to go off and onto our own lives, but since you guys are here and I didn't even know we were rolling still. I forgot. Yeah. Somebody could have farted anything. Could have messed up. They would have seen somebody in their rare form.
That would have been you because I wasn't even in here though.
I know you when you was talking, you walked out. Any questions about the beard? Any questions about your skin? Let me ask you this. When they're making that, there's a transition that's about to happen in their skin. Right? Because the weather's about to change. And that transition is about to happen, what? About October? Late October, when you start to see this transition. Now, they'll have to moisturize a little bit more.
It depends.
Because I know for me, I start to get dry right here.
Yeah, I get like my T-zone. Like in the summertime,
yeah.
I'm really oily through here.
Yeah.
But in the wintertime, I'm like
Man,
I'm dry.
it's like
yeah.
I'll be like it'd be red right here in these areas. So Chrissy the Black 23 said, "Is it okay to freeze the avocado conditioner until next usage?" I probably wouldn't do it. If you got too much, then what I would do is use half of it. Just use half of it. If it's too much, just do half. I wouldn't freeze it though. What's your take on Shea Moisture Beard Detangler? For some guys, it works. It works. I mean, as long as for me, it's like, hey, for some guys they find that it works. So I don't really have anything else to say about it. That for some guys they find that it works for them. I think with Shea Moisture, just because their brand, they have a strong brand, it's easy
That's the brand. They go to that Shea Moisture.
Because it's easy. That's easy. You trust the brand. They got a stronger brand. Because you got a stronger brand doesn't mean you have a better product. So I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying never buy because of the brand. Buy because of the quality of the product itself. But like I said, a lot of people, I haven't heard anything negative about Shea Moisture Beard Detangler. I actually heard a lot of positive things.
I have a bump under my beard along my jawline. I don't feel any hair sticking out of it. What can I do? You still could have a hair in it, even though there's no hair.
They got that's a cyst that they have, the ingrown cyst that be growing out of. Some people get it in their growing.
You might have to go to the doctor and have them open that up because it could be infected. It's an impact. Yeah, it's impacted. And I have a client that had that, and that is like above my expertise. And I did the little initial hairs, but he had like a nickel-sized cyst on his face, right. And he had to go to the doctor and have it opened up and have the hair taken out.
Got it. That's you already answered that. Continue to use Mr. Hydration with the summer. Yeah, use Mr. Hydration with the summer because the Mr. Hydration is a lot. The thing about it, the Mr. Hydration is a lot thicker, and with our beard being so coarse, sometimes we need something thicker to help hydrate it. So every day your beard is going to need something different. Just like I'm sure you wake up and it's like, okay, your hair is like, all right, man, something is different today because the weather changes. It may it may be cool, be super hot one day, and then all of a sudden it's cool the next day.
I find that I have to use more product in my hair in the wintertime than I do
Absolutely
in the summertime because I'm an oily person. Like I create so much oil, so my hair is like super oily right now.
Yeah. So, and that's why I created the summer kit because it's a lot lighter, where you don't have to use as much product. But in the wintertime, you want to have to definitely use because the wintertime is a lot harsher. Mm-hmm. Shea Mustard works pretty well. Good. Mr. Moore Band said, "What do you recommend a 19-year-old who beard still doesn't connect to do? Grow it. Keep growing it.
It needs time.
You need time.
19, he's still pretty young, so he's that's still pretty much some baby hair. It needs to take time to come in. It needs to take time.
Beards typically, on average, mature between your mid-20s into your 30s, your early 30s.
I have a client with the same thing. Like I've been doing him since he was like 25, and now he's 28, and now he's starting to see like it's starting to connect more. Where it was like I'm like just keep getting your line, keep getting your shaping, and it's gonna come.
Also, Miles 919 says also seen Shea Black soap. Would you recommend another black soap? The thing about black soap is that some black soap has different pH, so each black soap is not going to be the same. It's going to be different. So you got to, when you try it, that's the only way you're going to know, okay, does this work for me or does this black soap work for me? Each black soap is not the same because it's made by different companies, and each company put their own ingredients in it.
Shea Moisture has a black soap.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's the thing about that part. That part. All right. So you guys getting this exclusive. Ask us anything. Ask us questions about facial and beard. Don't be asking us just anything. Yeah. You gotta make that a disclosure.
Don't ask just anything, guys.
Yeah. Now these are fellas. These are some good guys on here now. So my beard. So Mike.Dung. Is that how you pronounce that? Or Doug. I'm gonna go with Doug because I if I mess that up, I do apologize.
Could be friends.
Mike.Doug says my beard is growing but doesn't really connect with my mustache. What do you recommend I do? And my chin seems to grow longer than the sides. Okay. Well, just like we shared with the 19-year-old, I don't know how old you are, Mike, but either A, your beard just needs time to mature, depending on where you are, and then B, your beard may not, you may not have any connection. There's a lot of beards coming all different shapes. So you're 29, so you gotta keep growing it, and I'm not sure. It may need to continue to grow. It may not connect. Every beard is going to be different. So don't look at a guy. Don't look at somebody's beard who is connected and say, "Oh, that's a beard." Every beard is different. They come in all shapes and sizes. And then so that patience and time, my brother, patience and time. The next question he asked, and my chin seems to grow longer than my sides. That's typical. Our chin hair grows a lot longer than our sides, and that's pretty typical. Because if you think about it, your chin is actually longer, is a lot longer. Excuse me. So you're typically gonna get that. Yeah. I've been trying to get my beard long, thick like yours, but it won't do it.
He's 26, and Mike Chandler is 26.
Mike. Yeah. Well, the thickness of your beard, it's more about. It's kind of like if you look at a forest of trees, right? The more trees there are, the more thicker it's going to be. That's it. The more hair you have, the more hair follicles you have, the thicker it would be. Now, to kind of just come up with like something, you can get black castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, because it's thicker and it's going to give your beard the impression that it is thicker, because it will, you can do that, but it won't develop more hair follicles for you. It would just kind of give you the feeling that it's more thicker. I was 30. But again, the thickness, again, you take care of your beard. You keep taking, and that could be the case. I'm not 100% sure. You 26, your beard is still maturing, and so you still have to just, grow your beard. So Mr. Bachelor says, what skin treatment works immediately? He got a job interview coming up.
Well, what skin condition do you have, Mr. Bachelor? Do you have acne? I mean, a treatment like that is over time. Everything is over time, so it's a matter of do you have oily skin? Do you have dry skin? What type of skin do you have?
So Chrissy the Black 23 says, what is a good face moisturizer for women?
I use Olay.
Olay?
Mm-hmm. For combination skin.
Okay. As a moisturizer?
As a moisturizer. And it has an SPF in it.
And that's good for being in the winter? Yeah,
it has an SPF in it. I use Olay. Ambi also, but it's kind of hard to find. It's few and far between. Like, that's why I stopped using it, because I couldn't find it everywhere. Like, it would be in one store and then it'd be discontinued, and I find it somewhere else and then it's discontinued, and then it became like a rat race. And so Olay for combination skin for myself, that's what I use.
Got it. I use Beard Balm. Good. Beard Balm is good, man. Beard Balm is good. Beard Balm is great. The Beard Balm is going to help with your
some acne
beard.
And oily.
He said he has some acne and it is oily skin.
You want to use for acne. You want to use I like the charcoal scrubs. Like, that's really good with acne. That's good for all type of skin, actually, but it's good for acne because it's going to dry it out. And then you have oily skin, so you have more of a combination skin because you have acne and it's oily. So I imagine he's probably oily T-zone, and he has acne around his cheeks and forehead. And don't be self-conscious about that with your job interview coming up, and good luck with that. But all this stuff, it takes over time. It's not going to clear up in a week.
Right.
It's going to take months to clear up, and you have to be on a regimen, regularly with it. There's no quick fix to, you'll be good a day or two.
Gotcha.
It's not.
Miles 911, I intern at North Carolina State Football, pushing your product, man. So far, a few guys been using it, loving, man. Get ready for a ton of orders. Appreciate that, Miles 919. Appreciate that. Email me. Email me, Miles. Email me. Shoot me an email, man. Let me know. Shoot me an email with that, what you just wrote to me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Chrissy the Black. She says, Chrissy the Black 23 says, thank you.
You're welcome.
Definitely. Mr. Bachelor says, charcoal scrub. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And Mr. Bachelor, you want to use a moisturizer for combination skin. It'll either say for oily or combination skin. Either one is fine.
Great. Well, listen, we have to run. I know Adrian has some things to do, and I have some things to do. I got to get back to you guys' orders, emails, and all above. So I appreciate you guys taking time, asking some very, very great questions. And if you guys have any more questions, you can always got that. That Solanor is on point. I used that today on my face. You see that face right there? I washed it, I exfoliated it, and I moisturized it. Why are you looking at me like that?
What do you think you are?
Mr.
You look very nice. You got your hair cut and everything.
Hey, when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you say, hey, how you like my skin?
It looks nice.
It glowing?
It's glowing. It's soft. His skin is very soft.
Very smooth.
Very dense beard. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
See?
This is the beard check. You should have like a beard check to check the beard.
See, my finger goes all the way in there.
Disappearance.
So that's dense. That's density.
Yeah,
that's a good beard.
Yeah, it is a great
beard.
You
like my skin? See, I did it.
Her skin is beautiful too.
So,
See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Black don't crack when you take care of it.
Right. You have to take care of it.
When you take care of it. But yeah, Soul Noir, you can find that at blackmensgroomingden.com. Also follow the Black Men's Grooming Den IG page. I will be throwing out there more businesses who have products and things of that nature.
Yes.
Okay. With that said, huh?
Next week.
Next week. What? Oh yeah. I already said next week.
Okay. All right. Next week. Dang.
Next week. What are you late? You got to go watch the video again. I don't know where you was at in that process. But I talked about that a long time ago. All right. Appreciate you guys, ladies, fellas. You guys have a wonderful rest of the evening. And next week, Talk to Me Tuesday. We back on here again every Tuesday, same time, same place.